Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 2, Episode 22, The Hand. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast, so what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. and if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast. Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I am your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have David. I like to make it in bed, okay? Just up, David.
I'm old-fashioned like that, man. I'm old-fashioned. I'm doing good.
Next, we got Javi. Go ahead, Javi. Give your intro.
You silly cow, Virus.
Was that in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Like at the beginning, it was like yelling out, "You silly cow!"
Javi, how are you, sir?
I'm fucking fantastic. This movie was a lot of fun.
Oh, sweet. I'm happy to hear it, dude. Next, we got Jay. Do you like my comic strips, Billy McClintock? Jay, how are you, sir?
That's like really apropos. That's a little too on the nose.
Polished arrow.
Oh,
wow.
What is that repeating back?
Sorry, I was on Instagram Live watching this.
Oh, snap. I see what you did. And finally, we got Raph. Ramirez. Raph, how are you, sir?
Awesome, bro. Appreciate it. I'm great.
Fuck
Thanks
yeah,
for doing
dude.
this movie, man. I've been waiting for it for a while.
Hell yeah, dude. This was a movie. That's all I'm saying right now. We'll get into it. Okay? Okay, let's talk the deets real quick. Director, Oliver Stone. Composer, James Horner. I think that is important to mention that. Release date, April 24th, 1981, with a running time of 104 minutes. Budget, $6,500,000 Canadian. I guess that's the loony. Box office, 2.4 million. Bizarre experiences and terrible nightmares plague a cartoonist who lost a hand in a fatal car accident. The hand is not found at the scene of the accident, but soon returns to murder anyone who angers its owner. We watched The Hand. Raph picked this movie. Let's watch a trailer real quick. You guys ready for this?
That's where we're gonna be.
Yes.
All ready for this? Dun, 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 trailer.
Okay, I feel
Who
really
lost a
irate.
hand in a fatal car accident.
Oh,
The hand is not found at the scene
What?
of the accident.
No,
but soon
don't do
returns
that.
To murder anyone
You guys
who
hear me?
angers its owner. We
Yeah.
watched The Hand.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Why? Someday I'll get this shit right. And also that too. It needs to be fixed. It's hard to run X sometimes. Okay, here we go. The Hand trailer.
You think I've done something wrong, don't you?
Terror he could not forget.
You think there's something in there, don't you?
Torment he could not bear.
You want to see?
Truth he would not face.
Hey! Take a look!
Orion Pictures
I got a shot of the little
presents
girl.
Michael Caine in The Hand.
You don't want me to go to New York with you, do you?
I'm not talking about a separation or anything permanent or anything like that. I thought you understood that. I thought that was why you said
Well,
that.
do they
we obviously
show the
do
hand?
not understand each other.
Do they show it?
Look out! Get back!
Show it.
How does it feel?
Like they're still there. My fingers. Like they're moving.
You'll have phantom feelings for years. Heat, irritation, pain. Your memory is still feeding familiar sensations of having a hand along your nerve endings.
What's up with this
During
music?
these blackouts.
I love it.
Misplacing things.
Playing it, bro.
I'd be scared if I were you. Did you see my signet ring?
No. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. You never know what you can do. The unconscious is capable of anything.
You could do anything you ever dreamed of and never had the guts to do.
Selling the movie for anyone?
I like the way you look.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Blackouts are nothing to fool with. You could kill somebody. It's all up there, and you'll never know. Who you are.
Hey, Steve Herndon.
Be afraid of the pain. Tell me what you're feeling.
This is an actual trailer they
to kill
showed
me,
in
aren't you?
theaters?
The whole movie, yeah.
You want to destroy me?
What is your
All his
future?
anchor scenes were
A
shown.
man trapped in a nightmare.
They showed all the good
grass.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, John.
John?
John?
What's the matter?
John!
Why are you looking at me like that?
John!
There's no hand.
They showed all the kills! Michael Caine is the hand. I guess that's
Oh,
back when
loved
they
it.
showed everything in the fucking movie.
Wait,
Jesus Christ.
was that one trailer or two trailers?
That was one trailer with like 2 minutes long, and it showed every money shot of the movie.
Yeah, basically it was like cliff notes of the film.
Yeah, dude.
They showed the ending.
All right,
everybody who's just watched that knows as much as any of us.
Yes,
Congratulations.
100%.
We are
Because
all on the
Michael
same
Caine-
level.
Yeah. Minus all the melodrama, and that was basically what I clipped right there. So, all right, let's start with Raph. Raph, this movie holds a special place in your heart. We got to talk about why. Why did you choose The Hand?
Let me paint the picture.
Paint the
I'm a
picture.
7-year-old hobby, New York.
Yeah.
Now I remember this film from when I was like probably 7 or 8 years old. We were visiting my cousin in El Paso, and he has this huge movie collection, right? VHS back in the day. And I remember him showing my brother his scary movies every night that we were there, and I wasn't supposed to see them. But I snuck and watched The Exorcist, which terrified me. And then this one, which wasn't that bad, but I was still, 7 years old. I was terrified. But I've always enjoyed watching it. It's a great movie. Michael Caine's awesome in it. Like, there's a lot of rage you don't see from him in, the newer movies and stuff. But I just really thought it's an interesting film. And, there's not that many characters, and it makes a whole film out of it.
And so,
That's it.
did this stay with you for years and years and years? This is really like.
Oh, well, the only thing I remember when I was in art class, I would see those wooden hands, and I would like try to stay away from them. I would imagine them moving, but they weren't, obviously. But,
oh, dude.
But it was great.
Yeah, I'm thinking nostalgia might have got you a bit on this one, but we'll see what the other guys think. Did anyone else see this movie at any point in their life? David, what's your history with it?
So I think I've probably told you guys before that in the summertime I'd go visit my mom.
Summertime.
She had a job at the post office, but she worked the night shift, and so I was left alone as a kid in my 8, 10, early teens, and I was basically raised by HBO. And so I'd get that HBO guide out, and I would highlight all the movies I'd want to see, and I'd like take little notes, because I have a bit about it, how you don't have DVR back then. And I would just, write down what movies were coming out. And I remember seeing this movie because I'm a huge Michael Caine fan, and I was a huge fan of him because of the movie The Island, which I saw before The Hand. I love The Island. But so I was excited to watch this, and I fucking hated it. And I hated it today too. So nothing's changed. No offense, Raph.
No, man, I love it.
Art is subjective. You are not wrong. You are not right for whatever you like. Art is subjective, and film is an art form.
Well, you're wrong for that opinion, but that's neither here nor there.
Avi, Jay, did you guys ever see this before? Never saw it? First time? Virgin?
First time.
All right, cool. So yeah, let's jump into it. First of all, I want to say I agree with Raph. Michael Caine is good in this movie. He did this for a paycheck. He literally did it to put a down payment on his garage, and he's been very open about that. I think he's good in this, though. I think he's not great. Best Michael Caine you're ever gonna get: The Muppet Christmas Carol. Boom, baby. Playing Scrooge, killing it like crazy. But he's pretty good, and everyone else around him is pretty good. The rage, like you said, there is an underlying rage. He's a bit of a dick in this movie, isn't he?
He's an asshole.
Yes, very much. The whole movie.
Yeah, like and like domestic abuse is always just right below, like because she's afraid of him, and like you can't blame her for wanting to get away from him because evidently.
Well, does that show that he has mental illness? Like it shows, he's literally getting angry when she's just talking to him, and he's just screaming violently.
Yeah, he's got this rage that's just underneath like the surface, and you can see it, and it's kind of crazy. I'm not saying what either of them did was right, but like, especially him because he killed people. But it's just one of those things. How about you guys, Jay? What did you think about Michael Caine in this movie?
I like his performance. I mean, I'm a big comic book fan, so the fact that he's a comic book artist and like that's his main gig, like I'll forgive a lot of a movie. It definitely has its shortcomings, I'd say, but again, it's 40 years old, man. It's a 40-year-old movie. It's Oliver Stone when he's pretty young. He's only, I think Oliver Stone was like 35 when he directed this, so it is a slow burn. It's definitely a very slow burn.
Jay,
and I'll just say one more thing, David.
Okay.
I don't find myself really caring about a lot of the characters, like on a personal level.
They're hard to care for.
That's about it. That's all I got to say, really.
So,
David, what were you gonna say?
Well, to Jay's point, where he like the excuse that he gives it is like, hey, it's a really old film. Well, Ralph just mentioned The Exorcist, and The Exorcist, I just watched it recently. That fucking thing is still horrifying, and it still holds up today. And I think that's the difference between good filmmaking and this is, I will say it's Oliver Stone's second film. Yeah,
I'm giving it very surface level excuses. I'm not saying it needs to be like excused amongst the almighty, but I can give it a lot of pass for a lot of interesting choices it made. Sure.
But my point is just because it's old does not mean that it's gonna be bad, because there are so many old movies that still to this day hold up that are just absolutely brilliant. But yeah, man, this movie, it's the same problem I had with Monkey Shines, where I'm just not afraid of it. I wasn't afraid of the tiny monkey, and I'm not afraid of the hand. I never felt tension. I was never like, oh no, a decapitated hand's gonna get me. Oh, and by the way, can anyone find anything to see if Sam Raimi saw this movie and was like, oh yeah, I'm doing that in Evil Dead?
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Well, that's what inspired Raph to pick this movie, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like, I freak you out.
I think that's when I commented. Yeah.
Yeah. Oliver Stone, though, in this movie, like you can see kind of the building blocks of greatness, especially with the black and white and kind of moving into that. There's a couple camera angles that really kill, like the grass camera angle.
The grass, cool. I love that.
Yeah, and then at the end with the shot looking down on the insane asylum where he's all like linked up, I thought that was pretty cool too. And the insane asylum looked like an old like 1940s Frankenstein movie. Go ahead, David.
Dude, okay, who here plays Dead by Daylight?
All of us, I think.
Okay, did that not remind you of the insane asylum in Dead by Daylight? It's the 2-story one, and you go to the second story, and it looked just like it, man. It was so cool.
The generators were super cool.
I was like, holy shit, that's Dead by Daylight.
Javi, how about you? Michael Caine, did he sell it for you or no?
First of all, Michael Caine was just rocking ass in this movie. I fucking loved it. And I like the fact that he was just like, where's my cocaine? He just like strung out. And I loved it. He reminded me of Anthony Hopkins in the first story. He was just like, ha, 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 and just like all that shit. It was just fucking great.
He did turn around at one point.
He did.
It was his wife, and then he calmed down. I was like, what was that?
Like, it was just, this movie was fucking hilarious. I didn't find it scary at all. But exactly. I could see how some people could maybe possibly be scared of this.
Well, like if you're 8 years old. If you're 8 years old, like Rob was, it would be horrifying.
Oh, it'd be terrifying.
Once you're an adult and life has done its damage to you, like everything is just going to be hilarious about this movie.
Now, Michael Caine was awesome in this. I will say that, man. He was amazing in this. But yeah, man, it just, for me, it was just like nothing was tense, nothing was scary.
And once again, what an asshole he was in that movie.
Yeah, he really was an asshole. But what I think was the funniest part to me in this movie was literally when he loses his hand and the blood squirts in her mouth, in her face. It was hilarious. I could not stop laughing.
It's so
her
much.
face,
too.
she did not expect that. She did not expect that at
He
all.
lost like 2 Michael Caine's worth of blood in that scene. Like it was a lot of Michael Caine.
It was such a hilarious.
It was
scene.
very.
Loved it.
I felt like I was like, oh, it felt like was what's his face? The Kill Bill. What's his face? The guy that
Quentin
directed Kill
Tarantino.
Bill. Yeah, was he inspired by this?
Yeah.
Did he see this and was like, oh yes, yes,
flirting, man.
I will make a 15-minute sequence just about this.
Wait, so nobody was scared, but were you scared that he was an actual murderer?
I knew he was a murderer the whole time, bro. Like there was no
so
secrets in this movie.
Was he hallucinating the hand, or was the hand still part of it?
I think
That's
it's all
where I got
hallucination.
confused.
Yeah,
Even
it's
up
all
to
in his
the
head.
end.
Even the ending. I still feel that was all in his head.
Yeah, it's
you know,
because she freed him. She freed his hand, so that would give him a chance to kill her.
You see, I got like American
makes sense.
Psycho vibes from her, where I didn't know what was going on. Like, did he actually do it? Was the hand doing it, man, or was he just imagining the hand?
It was all in his head. It was all in his head. It was yeah. It was.
Was he also that at that point? Was he imagining killing these people, or did he actually do it?
Oh, I think he actually
That's where I was
killed them, but at the end, I mean, he actually killed all those people. But at the end, in an insane asylum, he imagined killing her, and he really didn't.
Yeah, I don't think
that's just my theory.
No, I'm with you. I don't think there was any murder that happened there. It's fun and like how gory it is. That's actually my favorite kill of the movie. Like they saved the best for last. What about you guys? Is that like? Do you agree with David that he imagined the whole thing? Jay, Javi?
I love that. Like this is like so ambiguous. I'm actually considering this on a high level here. This is like a 1981 version of Joker. Did he actually do what he thought he did? Wow, it just makes you think. The 80s.
Well, they do talk a lot of they do talk a lot about hallucination, about his comic book character getting changed, and then he starts hallucinating, and then that's when, you know, watching it now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, so the hand wasn't really there. And again, him being freed at the end, I think he did kill her, but he just imagined the hand doing it.
Yeah.
I could see that too. I could totally see that. Like she did let him loose, so I could see, and he did grab her around the neck and then stopped. I could see him actually killing her and then still thinking it's the hand
with that Terminator hand
coming at you slowly, methodically. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't think I was invested enough to. No, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, that's another thing, is like, I don't think I cared enough if it was fake or not at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. So the hand, okay.
It's an extension of a psychiatrist.
No, he controls it. Then he jumps up and just like stands up, and the movie ends. I'm like, it's the first time I saw a movie, and he just stands up and pauses, and I look up at Michael Caine and I go, fair enough. I do. I'll tell you what I really did like, though. I love the way they introduced the idea of prosthetics. I thought the workaround with that was really well done.
Yeah.
And I actually like the effects of his hand. Like, it really looked like he didn't have a hand anymore. I thought
Stan Winston.
Yeah, man. I thought that was.
Is that who it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stan Winston did the
No
special
shit.
effects.
Don't wonder.
James Horner, the guy that did Aliens, the soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
they had a lot of good ingredients.
Well, you can see
a lot of strong seasoning.
The making of greatness, like I said, you can see that. And the soundtrack, I kept thinking to myself, like, boy, that's really good. Like, wow, this is really working. Like, it built tension. Sadly, it didn't really go anywhere, but it built the tension. Like, it's not a scary premise is the problem. Like,
yeah, I was never scared.
I'll give it to you, Raph. If you're young, and I saw this when I was a kid, scary. But as an adult, it's really not a scary premise. There's something about small things attacking you that isn't super scary.
It's kind of like
story.
Y'all give me shit.
Chucky, yeah.
Y'all give me shit for not being scared of Chucky. Y'all wouldn't let that go for a month.
I agreed with you on that. Chucky is not scary either.
Chucky is the exception. I think Chucky is scary. I mean, you could
Chucky
just
is not scary.
By the way, did you see who was in this?
Who?
Brad Dourif, right?
No, Charles Fleischer.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck!
The voice of Roger Rabbit.
It looks like Brad Dourif, right?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, right? Am I crazy?
You're not super crazy, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That is the voice of Roger Rabbit, isn't it? He was the artist, the other artist.
God, I thought it was Brad Dourif. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
thought that Michael Caine looked a lot like Gene Wilder throughout this the whole time.
He kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, I kept getting Gene Wilder vibe.
Gene Wilder.
The Willy Wonka hair.
Now I'm mad. Because if Gene Wilder plays this part, this is a 5-star classic.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially
this is an Oscar winner.
If he does it as Willy Wonka. Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka losing the hand. Oh, that would be great.
But he never admits he's Willy Wonka.
No.
But you know he's Willy
But
Wonka.
you know.
It's a direct sequel to Willy Wonka.
Now
Can I be this guy real quick? And I apologize. The titties, right?
Yeah,
A plus.
Yeah, great.
Perfect.
Natural.
Okay.
Perfect. The nipples were
vein
great.
going down.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that voice though.
That voice was annoying as
Did
shit.
Not match.
Oh,
like
Dude,
that.
when that
fucking
mouse,
hack
that high
It
pitched
was
mouse
worse.
voice. As soon as she started talking, I was like, "Where's the hand?
like, oh,
Just
no.
shut her the fuck up."
I did not enjoy that at all.
Get the hand out
Oh.
here now, pronto. Yeah, the practical effects in the hand were really cool. I didn't know it was Stan Winston. That makes me super happy. The hand fight at the end, how about that? That was
That was
ridiculous.
crazy.
I
Hand-to-hand
enjoyed
combat.
that. I did.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
No, I enjoyed that, man. That was so good. Hand-to-hand combat. Jay is right. Like it was a blast. And like you're like, there's no way. Like it attacks his back, and he's like, ah.
Would
I
you have
did-
been happier if like the hand fought a spider at some point?
Oh, spider jokes. Spider jokes.
I did like it when he like woke up and it was his own hand choking him.
Yes, I thought that
I
was
did
cool,
like
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of lets you know. And then when they open up the trunk and the bodies are in the trunk, you're just like, and the way they looked, like she had like Google eyes, like
Yeah.
Was that the biggest trunk in the history of?
Oh, I know. Holy
They
shit.
were very comfortably placed in there.
Yeah. By the way, can we give a shout out to Steve Herndon? He did a great job in this movie as the drunk friend.
Damn, you went there.
Also, the scene where he loses his hand, I've never seen anything like that in a movie before.
That was
I thought-
cool.
That
was
actually
cool.
got me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
very
Right
unique.
after that, it was hilarious because the blood just squirting was too
Oh
much.
yeah, it was out of control. But like having that set up, like she's pissed, so she's gonna move
Yeah.
around, and then having the hand taken out by the truck, I was like, that's pretty cool. And the fact that they filmed it and pulled it off, I was like, that's pretty
Yeah.
badass. Nicely
It's real
done,
impressive.
all.
Well, and also when you think I always try to remember this. Like you're watching that and you're like, there's no CGI. This is
Right.
all shot in camera. And they had to
Oh,
figure
so
that
right.
out, you know, and they had to figure out the timing. And it's a really cool scene. And so thumbs up to Oliver Stone for that.
Yeah.
By the way, how about Oliver Stone's cameo? Playing
Oh,
the-
was
As
the
a
bum.
homeless guy.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty
was
fun. Actually, he
crazy.
has the best death because it's the most over the top. He's like,
Yeah.
and then the hand is like wiggling off his neck. So does that imply that he killed that guy, the homeless guy
Yeah.
in the alley?
Yeah.
Before
he
the
killed
hand,
him.
yeah.
I'm taking it back. I want the hand to kill everyone. I think that's more interesting. I guess the psychological split, you know, like the craziness that's going on, a lot of dialogue in this movie, a lot of long scenes of dialogue, a lot of long scenes of just staring. Did any of the jump scares work for you guys?
No.
No.
The cat. The cat smashing through the window.
That was the funniest fucking thing. That was like that was like an old Bugs Bunny cartoon. And that cat was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Boom. That to me, I laughed out loud on that one. I was like, holy shit. That cat was like, nope, I'm done.
Out of this bitch.
Who was in charge of wrangling up cocaine for that cat?
Michael
The
Caine.
guy is Michael Caine. I
Michael
guess.
Caine.
Pretty sure Michael Caine.
He had
Oh.
cocaine and cat cane. Oh.
Oh,
Here.
Oh,
Let me do some spider jokes real quick. Let's see how this
Oh,
goes.
God.
let's hear these spider jokes.
All right.
Now we're good.
hey, Duffy, I told you, Jay laughed at one of your jokes and it was genuine. It just wasn't very loud.
Yeah. It was as long as I got a chuckle. That's all.
Yeah.
Which joke was it that got you to chuckle, Jay?
Oh, let's see.
It was the thanks guys. I've been Ducky Winsel.
It was the joke where I got to see the sheer terror on Duck's face.
You guys.
It was, and my favorite joke was, and your next comic is.
I didn't remember saying that. I was
It was
so
weird.
elated.
I was like, man, I've never seen Jay give a standing ovation before. It's fucking weird, man.
He was pointing.
A little tear came down his eye.
No, Duck, I don't mean to sidetrack, but I will say the bit you do about you're in your girlfriend's relationship and you tag all the like his boyfriend's boyfriend and the boyfriend's girlfriend. That was funny, man. I genuinely laughed
Thank
out
you.
loud.
I got to do more polyamorous stuff. I know that.
Yeah.
But back to the movie.
Sorry. We got
No,
sidetracked.
that's
Speaking of polyamory, there's a lot of extramarital fucking going on in this.
Yes,
movie.
there is. And you know what? I don't blame anyone. And that's the thing. It's
No.
like he got mad. That's here. I'm watching the movie and I'm like, if these bitches were polyamorous, no one would have been murdered. Like, take care of that shit right away. Who gives a fuck? Fuck away, have fun. And that's the whole thing. Is like she's fucking the yoga instructor. He's fucking the student. Like, who cares? Like, y'all were just fucking. And like, you got to have drama and like all of a sudden the intense eye look and stuff like that. Like when he finds out she's fucking the other professor, he's like, what? How dare, like, bitch, you're cheating on your wife with this bitch. Like, why do you care? Like, what?
But I think a lot of times, though, you'll find in life, at least what I've experienced, from some of my friends on both sides of the coin, be it men or women, that when you're with a cheater, a lot of times cheaters think they have the franchise on infidelity.
Yeah.
And cheaters have literally, they have very fragile self-esteem and self-worth in general, which is one of the reasons they do cheat to begin with. And that's just a personal opinion, which I think is also one of the reasons why you intensify their insecurity even more when you actually start cheating on them as well, because now all of their fears are now confirmed.
And then they have to validate it by cheating then too, and then it's a
Doubling
vicious
down.
cycle. And I mean, she wasn't wrong. He didn't love her. He wanted to control her. You could see it in the way he talked to her. Like I said, domestic abuse was just underlined underneath everything that was going on. So the fact that she wanted to be liberated and be free, the fact that she ran into the arms of another man, I don't think that's the right way to do it. But she was following her passion at the time. You know what I mean? So whatever. I'm not going to go against it. But at the same time, I missed it. What'd he say?
On that dick.
All I'm saying is, I don't blame her.
I'm sorry.
Like, it is what it
AJ
is.
got me on that.
And she was, old Duck would have been like she was a bitch and a whore. New Duck is like, she was validated. So get it, bitch. Have fun.
Well, obviously he was an artist with anger problems, control issues. He was trying to manipulate and controlling the money, right? So if he didn't do art, they didn't have a place to live. She did come at him right. It's like, hey, we need to take time apart, and he just angered.
Yep.
So at the end of it, if it's not a demonic hand killing these people, it's literally a guy losing his shit and just goes on a rage.
Well, you know
That's
what?
it turns out.
This whole movie ends if he does the proper thing and doesn't let her drive the car. I mean, right then and there, he should have been a man and said, no, I'm the man. I drive the car. You were the passenger. And then this never would have happened.
So it was her
Movie
fault.
ends.
It was her fault.
Yeah, it was her fault.
It was the woman's fault.
Making dollars, making sense.
Here's the thing. He never says it's your fault, but he says it with the looks he gives her the entire time.
Well, yeah, we all saw that it was her fault. She wanted to cut that car off. She saw another car come a mile away. Why couldn't she just speed up and like shoot on over? But no, she was hell bent on cutting that person. I do admire the assholeness of that woman, though. I wouldn't let them in either. Like, you're gonna fucking die this head-on collision now, bitch. You ain't getting ahead of me.
Her petty game is strong, real strong.
But by the way, who else got like flashbacks to taking shitty comedy defensive driving courses during that during that scene?
Oh man.
I expected to hear like a voiceover of Todd Justice. And this is why you don't cross over when there's the turn coming up here. That's a double yellow line. You never cross a double yellow line.
What did Todd ever do to you?
Dude,
where's the Todd beef?
You know what Todd did to me? I had to take his driving course. That's what Todd did to me. Okay? Actually, Todd's driving course was actually pretty fun. I'm just
What do you call it?
balls.
Do you call it like defensive driving for justice?
No, but I'm texting him right now to say that he needs to change it.
Justice driving.
Justice driving.
What else about the movie, guys? Anything else that you want to talk about?
She did survive and was the only survivor. So, they don't talk about that. Like does she say at the end that he was the one that killed? Or was there a hand?
It had to have been 100% because why else would he be in jail? If she was like, no, it was a hand. As much as she hated him, she probably would have told the truth, I'm guessing. She was very honest and open about everything else. For the
they had the dead bodies and they had the dead bodies in the trunk. And they had the child witnessed him trying to kill
What about that child right next to them?
Oh my God, when it pops open and the kid's like, I didn't even clip it. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm keeping that shit out.
I just love that's probably my favorite scene is the depiction of the redneck cops interrogating him. Well, why don't you open up that trunk then?
I heard
there's I don't want to. You smell that? I'd like
you
to
smell
know
it,
what's inside that trunk. What
I smell it.
I smell it. Did anyone else think the hand would jump out? Did anyone think the hand was going to jump out and it would be?
I thought it was going to be the shark from Jaws 4 and be like.
And then Michael Caine's like, "Oh shit, the size of a tangerine."
I will say this movie kind of subverted my expectations because I did not see this twist coming until like it was already like borderline my face. I thought it was gonna be like one of those situations where the prosthetic is gonna be haunted, or like his hand, the old hand comes back and says, "How could you forget me, John?" And he's just gonna like ruin his life.
Like that, like a hand.
Like normal hand. Well, I'm sorry, I have to talk like this, like
J-Lo.
And it's got a really bad Cockney accent. Oh, right, what's going on around here, Governor? Right, shaky danky, Willy Wonka fight. And the other hand, that's the masturbating hand. You are not using me. You are not putting that uncircumcised penis in me. I'll tell you right now, shaky danky, Willy Wonka affected around here. You're welcome.
I feel like eating some really bad food now too.
Dude, who wants fish and chips? Anyone want fish and chips?
Oh, I had a couple of, on a side note, true side note. Speaking of fish and chips, I was in theater in college, and we had this thing called the USA UK program, and so we had an exchange group. So people from Texas would go over to Britain, or whoever went to the college went to Britain, Americans, and then British people came over here, and they were fiending for some good old fish and chips. I myself am a lifelong supporter of LJS, Long John Silver's, and I took them there, and I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know what to expect. Either I was gonna get labeled as like a wanker Yankee or something like that. They told me, they stopped me. They go, "Jay, this is the best goddamn fish and chips I've ever had in my entire
You know
life."
why? Because it was served in that bed of those little crinkles. And those little crinkles, man, those crinkles are crack.
Yeah, the crunchies is what we used to call those.
What have you guys been to the Londoner over there in Addison? The Londoner?
Been a long time, but yes.
Dude, that you want to talk? That's legit fish and chips, man. That's really good.
Tonight. Boom.
Yep, there you go.
I'm walking. No.
I want you to walk there and be like, I want fish and chips because I watched the movie The Hand with Michael Caine.
The Hand? Michael Caine? We have posters all over the fucking place.
We have a signed hand poster from Michael Caine.
Our ship has come in.
Finally, we've been waiting for you. What is your name?
Then they go, "Hey, real quick, do you know any spider jokes?"
We're gonna die on Spider Hill tonight, baby. Wait and see. All right, back to the movie. Anything else about the movie? Anything else at all?
I guess just the jump scare in the restroom was pretty good. I thought it was
when the tree branch came through.
Yeah,
it was
no.
You could have cut. This movie could have been a tight 86 minutes.
100%.
There was a lot.
I kept thinking that
this was an hour and 40 minutes, and you could have cut 26 minutes off of this movie and still had the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I bet you know what? Go ahead, Hobbs.
I was just saying, well, that may be true. This movie is so much fun. I fucking love Michael Caine in this movie so much. This may be my favorite role of his. Batman: The Dark Knight series. Fuck you, your shit Alfred compared to this. I'm all about this version. I'm about hand era Michael Caine.
Well, you know what?
Angry, weird stares.
I really thought so.
Okay, have you seen Dressed to Kill?
No.
Okay. Oh,
Gender bender Kane.
Gender bender Kane, buddy. If you like Michael Caine in this, you're gonna love him in Dress to Kill.
Gender bender Kane.
Oh, Angie Dickinson titties. Oh yeah.
Michael Caine. I'll say this about Michael Caine. He's another one of those actors to me, like Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise and Michael Caine make bad movies. I don't think any movie is bad because of Michael Caine.
Ooh,
or Tom Cruise.
bravo! I agree.
And I will say this too about Michael Caine. There's something about his voice which is so Michael Caine-y. You know, it's so
distinct.
When you hear it, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a Michael Caine movie. Cool. It's very, and it's so weird because you think it's just an English accent. But it's not. It's a
so
Michael
much
Caine.
more.
It's a Michael Caine English.
It's pretty
accent.
Cockney.
Yeah,
it's very Cockney.
Yeah, it is very Cockney.
And his performance in this is all over the place. It's wacky. Like it's not very grounded. It is and it isn't because like when he goes big, he goes big. You know what I mean? So it's just really fun, especially at the end when he's sitting in the that chair with all the neuron things over his head. And he's just like staring. There was that one weird scene I want to mention though, where he goes back to the bar. And the other professor is talking to him, and he's not in the scene. I was like, did they film this and do a voiceover? What the fuck is going on in this scene? It was downright.
That's what it sounded like.
That character was so weird to me. It's like, how the fuck are you like some like esteemed college professor, and you're fucking drinking at a bar just like you're fucking working like 8 shifts down at the mill? By the way, that was Bruce McGill, the sheriff from My Cousin Vinny.
Was it?
Yep.
Nice.
Also, D-Day in Animal House.
Have you say why? Because
Animal House,
they were
right?
Like in some backwards town, weren't they? Like it was like some hillbilly town.
They were in New York.
Drinking. No, when they were in California. They were in California.
California.
When he was teaching. Yeah.
You're so close, Javi. You're so close. you had the same continent.
I was on the same continent. I was just on the wrong side. I always get my east and west confused.
All right, guys. So The Hand, what do we think? Do we recommend this to go down the line? David, what do you think? Recommendation, yes or no?
No. Dude, if you're a Michael Caine fan, there are 1,000 other Michael Caine movies you can watch because he's done a billion of them. This is no.
No go. Javi, what do you think?
First of all, everything that guy just said is bullshit. This is
My Cousin Vinny. Call back. I love it. Was not lost on me. No, sir.
Oh my God.
I don't appreciate that.
That was so fucking perfect.
Nope.
Top 5 most perfect moments in Camp Slash.
Most perfect.
Javi F.P. Dub.
Oh, my Lord.
Bravo.
Thank you.
All right, why is it bullshit? Why is it bullshit?
First of all, because it was such a fun movie. You just, if you're expecting to really be scared by it, no, it ain't gonna work. But you just gotta take it for what it is. It's a fun movie. It's overly acted, like Jason said. Yeah, it could be cut down to a solid 86, but it is still so much fun. And I just love it. I do like the fact, granted, well, it's not high up, there's not high art. It does leave you thinking, did he or did he not make these murders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Or were they both doing it, the Hand and him? That also could be the
exactly.
factor.
Yeah.
The Hand actually did do it, and at the end of the day, they're high-fiving each other.
Did you like the Predator? Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
And then he gives him a hand job. All right, Jay, what do you think? Yes, recommend or no?
I'll tell you what, man. I'm real torn. There's a lot of things I liked. I'll tell you one thing I liked is that it really. I feel like this movie inspired a few movies that came after it. Like I think I saw a little bit of Terminator in there with the hand and the way it was juxtaposing against him. I even saw a little bit of In the Mouth of Madness in there. Honestly, I think this is actually one of the few movies I think needs a remake. Like it needs someone to grab hold of it and actually do something different with it. Because I see a lot of potential in there, man. I see a lot of promise in this movie.
Like make it Evil
Michael
Dead, right?
Shannon as John for the remake.
Still Michael Caine. Still got to be Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah, still got to be Michael Caine.
88.
But now 80 years old.
88.
Technically, there is
Oh,
kind of a
wow.
remake, and we'll get to that later.
If you say
whenever I
Idle
get to
Hands, so help me.
No, he's talking about the older one.
No, he's talking about Idle Hands.
I am talking about Idle Hands.
Oh.
I'm going to say personally, I was 50-50 on this. I enjoyed it. It's one of those movies like Dead and Buried. I'm happy we watched because in no other setting would we watch this. And so Raph bringing it to the table and saying, hey, check out this movie. I like it. And then we watch it, not because I enjoyed all of it, but because I never would have watched it otherwise. Like, no, there's no other scenario. So I enjoy watching the movies like this because they're brought to the table. 50-50 split for me. Michael Caine killed it. The premise alone is stupid. It's ridiculous. The hand coming out is like,
And his
but
wife's
I
hot
get it.
too. You didn't talk about that.
What's that?
How hot his wife was.
Oh yeah,
She had like a Sarah Jessica Parker vibe, man.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Raph, do you recommend it? Yes or no?
At least watch it once. It was great. I was writing notes to start off, but then I was just laughing so much. Like I tell you, as soon as he lost that hand, it became a comedy, and it's such a great film.
This would be. I would love to put this movie together and add a laugh track. But like I would have to watch it for Raph, and he tells me that all the parts that are funny. Then I would recommend this movie with the laugh track. Then that's okay.
I think Javi was in the right state of mind too when he watched it. He was like, "This is fucking ridiculous." I took it as a serious drama, psychological thriller. I wished I would have watched it like you guys. I was not in the right state of mind.
I was in the same state of mind as when I saw Monkey Shines, and I fucking loved Monkey Shines.
No, about those small creatures killing, dude.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
All right, let's get the clips. Clipping time. Here we go.
Just show the trailer again.
Yeah, I know, no doubt. The clips aren't that long for this one. Cool cabin. This is a badass cabin.
That's a gazebo.
All right, well,
that has romantic comedy written all over it.
That's badass, though. You imagine you're hanging out in there all day, just drawing and stuff.
Yeah, jerking off with your fake hand.
Smoke it out.
The Lizard's Tail.
Look like Steve Gutenberg's from the 3 Men and a Baby.
So were his comics demonic though?
How does Lizard know it?
Like,
no,
I don't think so. I don't. It was like
he looks like he has Willy Wonka hair right there. That
he
does.
Very
much
Oh,
so.
it's Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder hair.
You lose. Do you understand? Good day, sir.
That's a great scene. No, don't stop.
All right. Ready
Dude,
for
fucking
the
that cat. That cat was the star of the movie.
accident. Oh, here we go.
This was actually.
No! Get back! No!
Here we go.
the car wrecking into that was perfect too as they
So
turned.
awesome.
I want to know how she slammed down her brakes and the truck kept going.
Yeah.
Look at that blood, man. It's so awesome.
That's so much. Like I said, so much.
No, wait, right now.
Dude, it's
Oh,
Ash.
you get
That's
it.
fucking Ash right there.
We got that hand vision. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. Because it kind of gives you that whole thing, like, is the hand real? Is it not real? I thought that was pretty sweet. Everything else from here is just the hand and the hand killing. So creepy hand. Slam. Just gets that little beetle bug.
And that sound design is fucking awesome.
Get that ring. Got it.
Can you imagine being jacked by your own hand? Hey,
Hey, jerked or jacked?
I was gonna say I get jerked by my own hand quite often. Hand dealt.
It's natural and it's healthy.
And it's okay.
There's a lot of hand fetish stuff going on.
there is.
That's
And
pretty
he
cool.
puts his stick right up to that thing.
Okay, so you asked.
You offered.
Yep, you offered, good sir. Look at that grip, like a baby's hand. Not that sorry. Fuck. Sorry.
Oliver Hobo Stone. I'm moving on.
Thank you. It
looks so fake. I love it so much.
No, that's real. Look how it moves.
All right, this is the Evil Dead tree. I think it's related.
Poltergeist.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that one kind of
Carol
got
Ann.
me there. I wasn't expecting that one.
Carol
Did it
Ann.
get you? It scared you?
This house is
Sometimes.
clear.
What a bitch, you'll be dead in the next movie.
Naughty drawing. I don't know if I can show this drawing.
You can.
Twitch, but I'm gonna.
This guy cannot draw
Boy,
with his
it
left
doesn't
hand for
show
shit.
I know. Dude. Oh yeah, that's a dude. Someone has that in their house. That
Oh,
original
totally.
drawing.
They have it
got
down at
that
the Londoner.
tattooed
If
on
you didn't
them.
know, they have it in a glass case down there.
Crash,
Boom! This was a cool scene. I'll give you. This is when I was like, this got that Oliver Stone flair.
So he broke into that, right?
That's what I thought.
Or his hand broke into it.
The hand.
He broke into it.
I want to believe they're both together in on it.
Hand in hand.
Triple Xmas kill.
John?
I think.
Oh, that voice. Well, good, she won't talk again.
You hear her scream? It's so ridiculous, the idea that a single small little hand could kill her. Like it's so.
That's what I mean. It wasn't scary.
You got to think about it like that. That hand has the strength of a coked up Michael Caine behind it. Think about that.
Powered by Cocaine Kane.
Is he just got a pressure point on her hand? What's going on? Why is she screaming so much? Oh,
There you go. Shut up.
There you go.
Dude, it almost feels like the hand is like it's almost like the blob. It keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
with each hand.
Dude, okay, if that hand by the end of the movie was the size of a Volkswagen, then fucking five stars.
Five-star classic.
Yeah, 5 stars.
car
Both of
creeper.
us can raise her together.
Look at him creeping.
Not now. And she honestly likes Bill, you know? But like an older brother, not like a father.
That's what every man wants to
But he
hear.
could never replace
Yeah.
Bill in her mind. Never.
Thanks. Sex in the City.
Yeah, that guy.
I like. By the
dead.
way, I loved how like upset he was when she came home. He was like, "How'd you get home? I thought the hand was going to kill you in the car."
Oh, he did imagine that car rolling. Right? Is this what are you talking about when the car rolled and burned?
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, and so basically when he's talking to the daughter and the daughter's like, "Mommy's home," he's like, "No, she's not home. She's dead."
It's so ridiculous.
He's
Why
like,
did-
He's like, put me out of my misery. My daughter's a funnier comic.
Why did he even kill him again? Did he just make him mad or something?
Because he said he was going to the cops. He's like, I'm going to the cops right now. So he was like,
that'll do it.
I can't be dealing with that now. I'm Michael Caine.
No, Bobby's going to get me hanged.
I'm Michael Caine.
By the way, wasn't that scene kind of reminiscent of Jurassic Park? When
yeah, I was thinking Dennis Sedgwick got killed. Yeah.
When Newman got killed by the dinosaur, it was almost the exact same thing.
Sleepy kill. But kill with a question mark.
Get back here.
Dude, this movie, if you did voiceover and did a different voiceover on this movie could be fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude,
imagine that hand with the voice of Freddy Krueger.
Yes. Oh, thanks killing.
Get over here, bitch.
Yeah, give the hand thanks killing voice. This movie would be fucking hilarious. We gotta do it. That's what we're doing. We are gonna redo this movie, and then Duck, you're gonna overdub Michael Caine's voice, and it's gonna be every line's gonna be, that's right, I'm Michael Caine.
And then I'll tell you what's funny, so we can put the laugh track on.
Yeah, yes. Oh my god.
So.
I got it. All right,
Never get a
hand
full
fight.
night's sleep.
This is what you've been waiting for. 2 hands enter, 1 hand leaves. Hand fight. Here we go. There it is.
You can't tell me that Sam Raimi didn't make Bruce Campbell watch this before filming Evil Dead 2.
That's hilarious. And then he bites his own head.
I think Bruce Campbell did the same thing, right? It's almost beat by beat, almost the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What's in the trunk? What's in the trunk?
What's in the trunk?
Apparently a house.
It's like the Flintstones when they go inside the house. Oh my god.
What's in his mouth?
I was wondering that too. What was it?
I'm cross-eyed.
It was the lizard tail.
All right, and finally we got the hand.
That's also the sound he makes when he orgasms. He screams just like that.
Oh, it's so cool looking.
And they just laugh.
Okay, guys.
It's Team Otter.
Dude, he would be a great. This would be a great Dead by Daylight killer, where you just him in the outfit, and then the hand goes off and gets the kill you.
Oh, that would actually be pretty sweet.
He'd be OP as fuck, though.
Like a better version of the twins.
But yes, by the way, again, Michael Caine, hands down, he acted the shit out of this movie, man. Hands down. Hand down.
Hand down.
Shit out of this movie. He did great in this movie, man.
It just wasn't enough.
It just wasn't. Nope.
Just a few more bumps is all he needed.
All the pieces to the recipe were there. It's just the meal wasn't as appetizing as I wanted.
You know what it felt like? I think one of the problems with this movie too is it came out in the 80s. It feels like a movie that would have been made in the 1950s. You know, like the brain that ate.
Oh my god, you're right, dude. Yeah, because it does feel like that.
Yeah, it feels like a 1950s movie.
Kind of campy like that.
The original one's from like 1966. There's a black and white version of it. So this was remade. Yeah, when you were talking about the remake, I thought that's what you were going to talk about. This was remade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was made before in black and white. So we probably need to check that one out. Maybe it's
kind of curious. But I'm doing a Michael Caine. I'm doing a Michael Caine voice the entire time we do it. I'm Michael Caine. All right, guys. Recommendations. You guys already called me out on it. Let's get to them. First one's going to be Idle Hands. I fucking love this movie. So this was made, what, 2000? Jay, do you know this was made 99, 2001? What are we thinking?
Came out in April of 99.
All right, that's what I was thinking. Love this movie. Totally want to watch this on the cast at some point. hilarious. Jessica Alba is gorgeous. It's just one of those movies that just stays with me. So fun, so much fun to watch. It just holds up over time. And like, it's got Seth Green in it. It's got Devon Sawa.
That one's classic Devon Sawa, prime Devon Sawa.
Hilarious. So he's throwing the cat. If you haven't seen this movie, you don't know what you're missing. That's all I have to say. Totally watch it. The second one.
Just go back to that. Just hit that.
Smack. Oh, hello. All right. The next one will be Rubber. Have you guys seen Rubber before?
No.
Yeah, that's one about the tire, right?
It's a movie about a killer tire.
Oh, I've heard about this. I've always wanted to see this, man.
It's campy. It's ridiculous.
It has like telekinetic powers.
Yep. Yeah. And it murders. It loves to murder. That's what it does. All I could think was like small things that murder. And the first thing I thought of was Rubber. So that's what I went to. Meet Robert.
and you didn't like the hand, but you're recommending this shit?
No. I'm saying I did like the hand. This movie's beyond ridiculous. It's about a killer fucking tire. All right, come on.
That's some great acting. Look at that. I can see the expression in his face.
Damn, Rav, you and Roast Mode too. Everyone goes.
I got a recommendation.
Go for it.
Small Things That Kill.
Ooh, what is that?
Puppet Master. The original Puppet Master. I'm talking Pinhead, Leech Girl, 6-shooter.
6-shooter didn't come in until 3.
Shut up, Jay. God damn it, you're right.
But he's right. He can have Leech Girl and she doesn't get the respect she deserves. Leech Girl will fuck you up bringing those leeches.
I remember that. That's one scene so sticks to me when Leech Girl's like, the guy's sleeping and she's just like spitting leeches in that dude's mouth.
Yeah, turn me on.
Gross. And that's why I got a leech fetish to this day.
Small things that kill. Gremlins, man. Gremlins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck
totally.
your shit up.
Good. Anyone else got a recommendation?
Have y'all seen
Small Soldiers? Yes.
That's
I love Small Soldiers, man. Small Soldiers is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Raph, what'd you have?
No Malone. Have y'all recommended that?
No. What is No Malone? I don't even heard of it.
It's one of Vern Troyer's movies. The Mini-Me. He plays a killer gnome.
What?
Holy shit, what?
Yeah, you need to check it out. It's a 2015 movie. I was actually watching Tom Green live, the recaps, and he was on there, and I saw it. It was perfect for this. No Malone.
I kind of want to see it. You sold me.
The title alone gets a slow clap.
Yeah. Kind of want to see it. Kind of want to
check it out.
Anyone else? Recommendations? Anything? Small Soldiers was already said. That's badass.
Critters. The first one.
Yeah, Critters.
I love. You know what? Yeah. I take it back. I like the genre of small things that kill. Like, you know what?
I mean, they're not scary, but they're fun.
They're fun.
A great movie that has little evil demons. The Gate. Great.
Oh
great.
Yeah, Stephen Dorff.
Yeah. Great stop motion in that, man. Really cool stop motion.
Good use of perspective too. Yeah, totally. All right. Well, with that said, David, where can they find you on the internet?
I will be on Facebook at Stop Motion Nightmares, Instagram at Children of Dave, and starting this Friday, I will be at the State Fair of Texas performing stand-up comedy and the Wine Garden for 4 straight weeks. Nice, dude. Congratulations. That's badass. Anyone else? Raph, you got anything? Javi, you want to promote anything?
Yeah, y'all can find my paint page on Instagram, Red Tag Lowriders, and then also my Instagram is RFLSun87. Right on. Just add me on there.
Get them, and I'll link it in the description. Also, you can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com. You can check out all the podcasts there. Right now, there's a tournament going on through Antstream Arcade. If you want to play some Pac-Man, sponsored by We Are Podcast Network. Also, you can check out all the Wappen reviews on our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at /We Are Podcast. With that said, Jay, have a great vacation, dude. You're going to enjoy that shit. Hell yeah. Raph,
hey, thank you guys for watching this, for real.
Raph, thank you for the
being here,
dude.
Thank you.
I had fun.
And that's the thing, man. No matter how good the movie is or how bad it is, we always have a good time.
We always have a good time.
That was awesome.
And Raph, you're welcome to come back. We'll get you back for another movie. If you want to come back and join the cast anytime, you're more than welcome to.
And actually, Raph, the thing is, the shittier the movie is, the funner it is.
The
So
better.
we'll definitely have you back on to pick another.
You guys
movie.
are gonna love No Malone. You want shitty movies? No Malone is the shit.
No Malone it is. All right. With that said, keep horror in your fucking heart, motherfuckers.
Keep it in your heart, bitch.
The alcohol
Keep
kinda
it in
took
your
over.
heart.
The alcohol kinda took over. With
Oh,
that
that
said,
We miss you, Ethan.
get off, good sir. Did you say whore?
And Jake, Miss Jake and Ethan.
Yeah, we miss him. We'll get him back. We'll get him back.
Ethan thinks he's better than us now because he's
No,
dating
don't even
somebody.
say it. I'm cutting the feed. I'm cutting the feed.
Not after I got a hold of him.
Dude, he was in like full tilt better than you mode last Wednesday. He barely acknowledged me. I tried to dap him. He's like, oh, it's my former coworker, Jay. Yes.
I'll be over here. All right, killing the feed. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.